Hello world. Say hi, I'm Archimedes. So I am in no way an expert, but this is what I have found works because I've found and raised this type of bird before. This is a zebra dove. They're from Asia and in places like Thailand and such. They are prized as good luck symbols. People often have them in cages in their homes. They're very docile birds. So if you're looking for a bird that's going to talk, chirp, or react to your sounds, this is not the bird for you because they really don't do anything. Archimedes is probably almost 2 weeks old. That's just my guess right now from the reading and research that I've done. And when you're gonna feed a bird like this, the best type of food that I've worked with is this, I don't know if you can see it, but here we go. Katie's Exact. It's meant for parrots, but works really well for this kind of bird. And so Archimedes' food is a little on the thicker side because he's a little older. So I've whipped some up here. You can see the consistency there for his age. And I'm going to be using a McDonald's straw that I've cut in half to feed him. These birds don't gape their mouths open to eat. They put their mouth into the mother's mouth to eat. And so I've noticed that using a straw like this works best. Some people use a syringe. Some people I've seen a Ziploc with a cut corner method. Those don't seem to really work for these birds. A straw seems to work for them. And what I do is when I whip up the food, I put it in a plastic container with hot water to keep it kind of warm. And the water serves a second purpose, which I'll show you later. Oh, you're kind of shaky now. You hungry? So, and on any bird, they have an area here under their beaks. It's a soft balloony area. Can't really see it, but it's called the crop. It's right here. And it's flat right now because he hasn't eaten. But when he eats, that will balloon out. And you kind of want to watch how much you feed them because they can get carried away if they're really hungry and want to eat too much, and you don't want to feed them too much because you don't want them to be uncomfortable and you don't want them to get sick. Lately, because he's older and in a few days or maybe half a week or so, I'm going to be trying to transition him over to seed. I have decided to finally blend up some wild finch seed, which is what I will be trying to transition him over to. And I decided to do that to get him used to the taste, and also because I felt like the Katie Exact didn't have enough fat and protein content for him. And so I mix that with his food, just one feeding per day, because I don't want to overdo it because then he can also get sick. So he's waiting. Are you waiting? So I'm just gonna take this cup, put a little food in the straw, and he knows exactly what this is because he's gonna come right over here and he's gonna start. There you go. Yum, 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 yum. Come on, come here. Come on. I'm waiting. No, he wants me to come to him. He's saying, get over here. I don't want to walk. maybe my foot's stuck on the... Is my foot stuck? Okay, there we go. Just, there you go. And that is how you do it. Not getting enough in there. Here we go. So I kind of hold my finger over the end of the straw so that the food will stay in there, and then release it when his beak gets in there. They will naturally get very, very messy. One thing you want to watch is they breathe through the tiny nostrils on their beak, and if there's too much food there, he won't be able to breathe. So you're gonna have to use a little napkin or something to kind of just wipe that food off his nostrils every once in a while so he can breathe. And here you go. Yes. Oh, that is so yum yum. Wait, I gotta put more inside. Jeez, I tell you. This is about as much excitement as you're gonna get out of this bird. And I don't know if it's natural when they're caught and hand-fed by humans to stop peeping, but he stopped peeping after the 3rd day, and so I have not heard a peep from him since, and I have had him for a week now. I don't know if that's normal. I try to put him outside, you know, in a semi-lit area, not in direct sun, with other birds around so that he can hear the sounds of other birds, be social, and get some UV light, because it is important for them to get sunlight. Again, not direct sunlight. Oh, did you know a fun little fact? This is a dove. Okay, yeah. This is a dove, and it is different from a pigeon, which a lot of people don't realize. A dove is small, typically, and a pigeon's pretty round and big. And this dove has a nickname. It's also known as the peaceful dove, very fitting because they're so docile and quiet. Well, I don't know about when they're mating. They make a lot of noise when they're mating, especially the males. Now, if you were to ask me whether this was a male or a female, I have absolutely no idea. I have heard through blogs that females can be larger than males, but I don't know how true that is. So, Archimedes is a he/she. We don't know. It's both right now. I don't know if you can see this on the camera, but his balloon over here is getting quite fat. Just feed him a little bit more. I don't want to overfeed him. Come here. Come on. Oh. So he's not as interested in this, not as excited about eating the food now, so you know he's getting on the full side. So I'm gonna probably stop there. Ta-da! Look at this mess you made. Now, after you clean them, after you feed them, you gotta clean them, because it is very important for baby birds to stay clean, especially their nests. Their nest has to be changed out regularly so there's not too much poop and pee in there and whatever else. And of course, all of the straw, the cup, my hands have all been sanitized before I did this. And what I mean by sanitize is soap and hot water. So I'm gonna try and move him here. He might not like it because he's a little full, so he doesn't want to be moved around like this. I want to put him on a fresh surface here so I can clean him up. So that hot water I showed you earlier in the container that I had the cup in, kind of heating the food, And I don't know what is up with him, but he tends to lay on his right side after he eats. I think he's just real full. I use that hot water, paper towel, dip it in, and clean him up. When you're cleaning him up, you don't want to push too hard on his crop over here, because he will throw up and you can rupture it. So you want to be real gentle down there. I usually try to clean up around his beak and his eyes the most to keep the bugs and things away so they don't come around and bother him. This is his last feeding of the day, and baby birds typically eat from dusk till dawn. From dawn till dusk. Every time their crop is flat, they should eat. And he's eating about 3 times a day now. Other more younger birds will eat up to 5 times a day, and some will even eat every 30 minutes or so. It really depends on how young they are, and he's not that young anymore. He was eating a lot more when I first got him a week ago. But he's very used to me cleaning him up. I think he actually enjoys it because he likes to close his eyes, and he gets real sleepy when I do this. And I don't want to get him too soaking wet because he'll get cold, and then I'll have to turn on the heating pad in his cage or under his nest. So you want to just generally get the food off here. So now he's all done. He's all clean, and he's all fed, and he is good to go. Back in his, and he just made a little poop. Poops are good signs, because that means that his bowels are working well. But you want to watch the poops and make sure that they're an appropriate color, and that there's a little white cap on the top of them after they do it. Make sure to always wash your hands after you're done.